Hi guys, welcome to another race video on ATC. This time I'm at the Monza circuit driving the rather fetching blue and pink Audi R8. It's going to be during the daytime. We're starting 5th place and we're going to go for the win here, or get as close as we can to it. Monza's a circuit which I have a love-hate relationship with. It can be very entertaining to race when you're kind of in the groove. But sometimes I kind of dread racing on it just because there are so many straights and slow corners. It's not necessarily one of the funnest to race on, I find. So we've got 4 cars ahead of us here. Going to try and get all of them. Maybe try and get one on the first lap. And that'll give us an easier run through this 20-minute race, and lights are green, so off we go. Now the fun part is going to be, when do we brake into this first corner? We're gaining on the 2 in front. I might brake a little bit early. Oh, got a hit there from the right hand side. Don't know what that was because I didn't move across. Keep it really tight. We've got someone on the outside and we've currently lost a place. Can we get back alongside this guy? Going to have the inside line into the next chicane. Just easing past him there on the straight. We'll probably even do the pass way before we get to the braking zone. There we go. Brake just for the 150 metre board. And then get the car turned in for the first time into the second chicane. Nice and tidy, there we go. Now we're going to have to see where we're faster than this McLaren. See if we can get him somewhere on this first lap. If not, we can maybe try and get him into the first corner of the next lap. Gosh, a little bit wide out there. Didn't quite hit the apex. That was not ideal. We're not really gaining on him down here. This is a pretty treacherous overtaking place anyway, because you brake quite late into the corner, take the corner, good amount of speed, not too many places to go. Cut the exit there. That was probably not the best, but I got a good run on this McLaren. Going to get him into the last corner here. Going to be who brakes latest. We've got good. I pulled way ahead of him there. There we go. That was quite easy. Had a monster run off of the corner beforehand, which I kind of cut a little bit, but running out wide there. The McLaren's just alongside me again, but we have superior top speed, so we pull away and he'll just tuck back in. There we go. Now we've got a KTM in front of us now, so up to 4th place. Brake just for the 150. Brake real hard all the way down to 2nd. I don't know if I love or really hate that first corner. It's so slow. You can't get on the power on the exit until you get the rotation, and you're just trying to not hit those sausage curbs on the inside. It's not one of the best corners, but it's super powerful for overtaking. This is a bit of a funner chicane. You can take it a little bit more speed through there. There we go, hitting the sausage curb on the inside. Just like I said, I don't want to do. I get my braking zone for that corner. That is definitely not the way to do it. Brake too early. Had the wrong line through the corner. That was okay through that. We're not getting too much of a run on the KTM like we did on the McLaren. So he's got to try and keep it tidy around here. I'll try not to cut the corner as much on the exit. Need to throw the car in the first part of that chicane. It's tricky to get that last bit wide. Again, just powerful through there. It's not the right line exiting that corner, but it helps with the speed down that back straight. A bit of a better line into the last corner that time. Pick up the throttle. Drift out wide a little bit. and then that's third place. So 2 laps down, 2 places. Need to try and catch the Camaro in front of us now. It's going to be the task over the next lap or two. Okay, braking a little bit later that time. Just get it slowed down. And then wait and wait and wait before we pick up the throttle. There we go. You can lose so much time or gain so much time through that corner. As you see, I gained 0.3 of a second through the first corner alone there, just because I had a slightly tidier, braked a little bit later, and had a slightly tidier way through. Picked up the throttle a little bit earlier. I'll try not to hit the inside curb on the second part of the chicane. Instead I hit the inside curb on the first part of the chicane. I need to brake a little bit later going into that corner. Braking a little bit too early, not quite sort of compromising my racing line mid-corner by braking a bit too early. Getting a little bit leery on the exit there. We're up half a second. Pulled in the Camaro a little bit. A little bit more aggressive on the entry there. That was a much better, much tidier exit to that corner. Gaining all the way down this back straight. Get a good exit here. We could have an opportunity in the first corner, but he's just pulling away. We're a bit wide there. Couldn't quite pick up the throttle as early as I wanted to, so we're not going to get him into this first corner. Be a bit too much of an ask. Fastest lap of the race, there we go. I'll have that. Again, keep it tidy, don't hit the inside curb. Try to accelerate him way nicely to get a good run into the second chicane. We're a little bit slower, a touch slower than the last lap coming through there. Again, this Camaro is going to have a little bit more of a power advantage than the previous two cars, I'd imagine. Not really making any inroads. Good entry. Through is okay, second part of it, just touched the inside curb. Again, braking too early, not getting the right racing line. Luckily there's a huge runoff area coming out there, so we can attack the exit of that corner a little bit better. That was a little bit loose through there. We've lost 0.3 of a second following this Camaro. Going to have to, got a couple of seconds in front of the Camaro to the guy in first place. We're going to have to make quick work of this guy. 12 minutes left. That's probably about 7 or 8 laps, I'd imagine. Whoa, really wide through there. That was not a good exit. We kept the throttle in. This back straight seems to be the one where we can get close to the cars in front. Seems to carry a bit more speed on the exit of that last chicane. Again, through here we just can't quite pick up the throttle as early as the AI seems to be able to. We'll keep behind the car, see if we can get a draft down this down the main straight. It's going to be some lunge from there. I don't think I'd fancy that, but we'll see how close we can get braking late. Get right on the back of him. A bit wide through the exit there. This is the trouble when you get close to a car in front. You don't quite have the speed to necessarily overtake. You kind of compromise your corner entry and mid-corner speed because you're not weaving, but you're kind of looking for a way past the car in front. That was nice through there, relatively tidy. Still braking too early. Come on. Lost a quarter of a second on that corner alone. Attack that corner a little bit. That wasn't great either, but see what we can do going through this chicane. See if we can make inroads onto that back straight. Brake's a little bit too late there, getting a little bit too feisty. Not the best line, and then, yeah, right across. You've got to keep the car relatively straight going through there. Otherwise you can easily spin it or even end up in the gravel on the outside, which is why sometimes you see me cutting across the chicane, because I don't want to compromise my mid-corner speed. There we go. Braked way too late through there. Way too late, and he just drives straight back past me. So we've lost almost a second in that lap to the guy in first place. So we've got just under 10 minutes to go. Averaging about 2 minutes a lap, so we've got sort of 5 or so laps left here. Again, we're not going to be close enough. Absolutely nowhere near close enough into that first corner. Not even as close as we were last lap because of our last corner mistake. That was relatively tidy. Again, this is one of the reasons why I'm not massively keen on Monza as a track. It's just, there's a lot of long straights where you're kind of gaining, or you can't really make inroads, and then heavy braking zone where you, if you're like this, kind of half a second, few tenths of a second behind the car in front, you really just can't get past anywhere. You can't put your nose down the inside unless you're absolutely close enough, because the track you're just not wide enough to accommodate two cars at kind of racing speed through these chicanes. And in these corners here, you just got to hang on. You absolutely cannot pass through there unless you have a huge speed advantage. And the corners they're quite tricky as well. It's much prefer a faster flowing circuit like Suzuka, where there are probably more technical corners rather than just heavy braking zone, but you can get a bit of a flow around places like Suzuka, whereas Monza you can get a little bit stuck. If you have a bad corner here or there, hit the inside curve, it can throw you a little bit. Again, we don't quite have the power advantage we had against the other previous two cars, but we put up alongside. Don't get on the throttle quite as early as we normally would because we don't want to drift out wide into him, but that is a nice clean overtake. I can just about see the guy in first place. It's going to be a stretch to get him from here. I don't even know what the difference down there is, but it's got to be close to kind of 5 plus seconds, I'd imagine. Brake too late into there, really compromised my mid-corner positioning and the exit there. That was not good. Just need to keep it on the road, keep putting in those personal best laps like I was sort of 4 or 5 laps ago, and see if we can make any inroads. Probably my favourite chicane on the Monza circuit, although I wasn't quite nailing it that time, getting a little bit too much curb on the first part of it. If you guys are liking these videos, these race videos, maybe you have some suggestions for scenarios, either GT3, GT4, certain track, nighttime, rain, then leave a comment below. If you want to see some F1 videos as well, like this, then once again, just leave a comment below and I will see what I can do. I'm always open, just jumping in, doing some nice races, commentating over the top, some unique scenarios, kind of rain or nighttime. We had a nighttime race last time. I'm going to do another nighttime race, maybe with a bit of wet weather soon, I think. Probably be my next video. And then I might look at producing some F1 race videos, similar style as this, where I'm kind of commentating over the top. It'd be good to jump back into that game after spending quite a bit of time with ACC. So again, leave a comment below if there are any suggestions you may have. So putting a lap time just below 2 minutes there. Still not making too much headway on the guy in front. Got 5 minutes left. It was tidy, but it was just slow. I could feel it. It was slow on the exit. Didn't quite have the angle to pick up the throttle early enough. We are dropping the Camaro behind a little bit, probably a few tenths a lap. Got about a second on him now, I'd say, from seeing him in my rear view. Yeah, it was nice and tidy through there. Not the perfect line on the exit. Didn't quite pick up the throttle as early as I would imagine I normally would. Try and brake a little bit later through there. Not quite getting it turned into the apex. That felt quite nice. Nice and clean anyway. Got a good or better exit than I have done the last few laps. Brake as soon as you, just before you hit that shadow, and I'll brake, carry some speed into that first part of it without taking too much of a curve. Keep it straight through the middle and then just try and get as good as an exit as you can, not putting in too much steering lock. You see we're lapping kind of in a tenth of our best lap time. Staying reasonably consistent. I think first place may be a little bit out of reach in this race. We're absolutely not gaining on him at all, even though we're dropping the cars behind. This guy in front just has the pace over us, I think. Just a few laps left. I'm not sure we're gonna catch him. Just need to try and keep it steady, stay consistent. Taking too much curve, just not getting the consistency there. Come on. This is where you'll know from previous videos I will absolutely stick it in a wall, braking too late, trying to carry too much speed out of pure frustration that I can't catch the guy in front, which is absolutely not what I need to do. I'm losing time on this lap. It's not been the tidiest. I'm relatively clean through there. I'm just cautious about sticking my inside tyre into the kind of ditch that's in the middle of that sequence of corners, because you can, as I say, you can easily just throw your car off the track there. That was not a great line through there. Lost a whole host of time. Again, braked a little bit too early through there. Kind of compromised my entry into the corner. Didn't have the right line because I braked a touch too early. I think we've got second place firmly in the bag here. I can't even see the Camaro behind us, or just about see him in the mirror behind us on the exit of that corner. We've got a good few second gap to him. Can't quite catch the guy in front in this race anyway. So I think we've got one more lap and then it's drive to second place on the podium. Just experimenting with my speed and line through that corner. Try to brake a little bit later, carry a little bit more speed through, but it's not really. I just keep not quite hitting the apex there. Going. That was reasonably tidy through there. The exit was a little bit bumpy on the exit there. We lost 7/10 of a second. Shall I try and go for a fastest lap on the last lap? See what we can do into the first corner. See if a fastest lap is on. Try and get a good exit through here. Focus on the exit rather than the entry. That was okay. That was a good exit actually. That was nice, that was tidy. Just up on our best lap time. By the end of this straight and into the second chicane, we'll probably be on par. Yeah, zero's out. Bit too much speed through there. Compromise that second part of the corner. It was okay. Could have carried a little bit more speed on the exit there, I think. Use all of the track a bit more coming out of there. We're just over a 10th down. Not sure this will be a fastest lap. Let's get a monster run out of here. Carrying some speed through there. Again, just kind of compromised that line through there because we carried too much speed through the first part of it. And 3-4 tenths down. Not going to be the fastest lap, guys, on the last lap, I'm afraid. Oh, I can feel the tyres going a bit now. Getting a bit of oversteer on the exit there. It's not the ideal line, but... And there we go, second place. 8 seconds. 8 seconds to the guy in front, fair enough. 2.5 to third place. That was okay, that was an okay run. You see all the smoke in the distance there. Well, that was a not overly eventful race of Monza, but we made a few overtakes. That back straight seemed to be the place to do it. It seemed to get a monster run out of the corner before that. If you liked this video, guys, then drop a like below. Leave us a comment if you have any suggestions for future videos, and subscribe to the channel for more sim racing content, ACC and F1. And we're going to get a little podium. Yep, look at that. And the lovely blue and pink livery, which I absolutely love. But that'll do it for this video, and I will see you next time, guys.